Now tell us what Shakespeare means to you.
It means a lot to me.
As the inventor of 30,000 words in the English language, you have inspired me to never fear invention.
This community that we're like tied together in the past and the present and the future through one person.
I feel connected to hundreds of years of history of this art form.
You are the biggest pain in the ass I've ever had in my life.
What I love most about Shakespeare is that as an actor, you don't have to do anything. Everything is in the words.
Words, phrases, sentences that would paint and punch. Images that just could not lie down in a page. They were three-dimensional.
Shakespeare means a lot to me. In middle school, one of the first plays that I read was actually Macbeth, and it's one of my favorite plays to this day.
And reminds me constantly that storytelling is universal and eternal and powerful.
Because he's kind of the Holy Grail. You know, he's the end-all be-all. If you can do Shakespeare, you can pretty much do anything. You can definitely do commercials.
I think it takes us out of the sort of imprecise modern language that we're all accustomed to, the ums and likes.
Taught me so much about language and people.
The words have lived, and not the man.
A big mind and a big heart.
May your words live long on the page, in the stage, and in our hearts.
Thank you for inventing this serial drama, because you have kept me employed.
Love's Labour's Lost was the first play I ever did. So, thanks for being my first.
I used to hate everything you ever wrote, and now I've read almost every play.
You have turned human suffering into an art form.
Tradition and communities getting together and being like, what the heck did that mean?
Shakespeare, to me, is like the unlocking of language.
He's the only playwright that helps you put it in your body.
The first time I did Shakespeare was because I feared it. And I think everyone should do something that they're afraid of.
Shakespeare is a direct connection with my family, so every time I read it, I can hear, my grandfather doing his best Othello.
Just read some of his words. It's kind of magic. He's kind of magic.
Other than just creating so many of the plots that we rely upon today, he was able to merge those with such beautiful poetry. And it creates a challenge for any actor to both play the emotional truth of what he wrote, but also to use this flowery language and make it accessible.
It's very rewarding when you get the poetry of the language, and it can really come through in a great performance when you see one, or hopefully get to do one.
All these people who didn't share a language, who didn't share a culture, who didn't share any experiences with me, except the love of Shakespeare and the understanding of that text.
Thank you for both blessing and cursing me.
As I read Romeo and Juliet the first time, it clicked. Just like that. This is where I belong.
You mean to me the true meaning of timeless.
Shakespeare means to me a heck of a lot.